What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of Writer. It's been a while. Hope you all are doing well wherever you are in the world. It's March 18th, Wednesday here in Japan. A beautiful sunny blue sky day. Of course, we're still under the effects of the coronavirus, but not too terribly bad, I guess. We could be a lot worse off than what we could have been so far, I guess. So this is just a short catch-up video to kind of quickly talk about what's been going on, what I've been doing, and what we expect in the future here from Tokyo in general, I guess. I don't know. Didn't really want to. I don't want to spend too much time on this subject because it's just kind of beaten to death on the news and everywhere else. But at least for me personally, I'm doing fine. No one I know personally has gotten the virus. A lot of people around me have hay fever, but it's just bad time because you kind of think, well, is that person sick? Well, no, not really. Probably just has hay fever. So even myself, I have hay fever and been taking meds for that, but it's pretty well controlled. So I don't go around sneezing and coughing all over the place. Because if you cough today, people just look at you funny. But yeah, it's not been too bad. We thought that it would get a lot worse, a lot faster, especially after the cruise ship thing happened a few weeks back. That was a disaster and a half. But yeah, let me talk about a few things. Let me get out of this red light here. We'll catch up with you in a second. This is always kind of tricky because this tram needs to go straight through a turn lane. Hopefully people are paying attention. There we go. All right, you can go, dude. Come on, come on. So basically, my main job has basically told everybody to stay away from the office, except for critical things. That started at the end of February. And we're still expected to stay at home working until early April, I guess. The latest update I got was basically we're kind of expected to come back to the office the first Monday of April, I think. I don't remember exactly what it said, but we've got some people staggered coming in, trying to keep the number of people in the office actually lower and keep the risk of infection lower. And we have to report, our daily, like any issues we have. Like they ask us to check our body temperature and be careful with symptoms and things like that. Kind of obvious stuff. And most of the people I work with in my profession are home working, aside from the critical people that need to be in the office to take care of like critical things that only can be done in the office. My job is mostly can be done remotely most of the time because I spend a lot of time out of the office anyway. So it's not a big deal for me to stay at home and work. Although it takes a little bit of concentration to balance the time at home when you're working. It's just takes some discipline to keep yourself on track and on task to get things done as you need to. We still have deadlines to meet, which aren't really changing. So I'm not really sure if the overall impact will change any of our actual projects, but I imagine it could, but so far it hasn't. And it's kind of funny though. I mean, we've been battling this whole flexible work system, work from home. It's been the technology's there to do it. Pretty much, at least where I work, everybody has the same technology, and we all can work from home. There are only certain things you need to be in the office for these days, aside from meetings. But some of the older Japanese companies I work with, like the management, is still stuck on, having everybody in the office face to face every day for everything. But we just hit this real world test. In America too, I'm hearing that basically, oh look, hey, we can actually work from home after all this hem-hawing about productivity and things like that. I know there's some. It's not a perfect system, and nothing like that ever is, but it's doable. For people that work in retail or customer-facing positions, like we have to work in a shop, a restaurant, doctor's offices, things like that, it's a little more challenging because that's actual face-to-face kind of jobs. So I've been reading on the news I've been following mostly what's been happening in America because that's where I'm from. And I was reading about how bars and restaurants are going to be takeout only, or some are just closing. And then some retail shops are just flat out closing for a certain time period. So if I have to say at this point, I'm really kind of happy to be in Japan for this, because life is pretty normal for the most part. We haven't had any real food shortages. We had the toilet paper issue like everybody else, but that has receded, and now shelves are starting to have stock on it again. People are still buying a bunch, but not as crazy as it was a couple weeks ago. I haven't had any problem going out and getting what I need. I had a lot of stock already from going to Costco, so I didn't really need to buy anything. The only thing I needed to get, come on, dude. The only thing I needed to get was food supplies, like fresh food, meats, beef, fish, chicken, vegetables, fruits, things like that. I had some prepared, like some of those quick prepare meals like cup noodles, and I had some of these pre-mixed sauces for pasta. I don't know, I had plenty of stuff at home. I could probably live at home for a couple weeks without having to go shopping, but no, the food's available, so I'm gonna buy it and cook fresh food most of the time. I've been eating out occasionally. Restaurants have been, I don't know, last Sunday I went to my usual lunch place, and they told me it was not busy on Saturday because of the rain, but Sunday they were packed. And I went out to do some shopping earlier today, and pretty normal crowd. It wasn't really wasn't that much different. I guess the biggest thing I noticed as far as shopping's concerned was the fact that we just have so many less tourists. Like, there's not many, especially Chinese tourists. You don't see many of those right now. We see a lot of European tourists, but walking around in the areas where I normally do, I used to see lots of Chinese tourists doing lots of shopping, but those areas are pretty quiet. I know economically it's going to be a huge hit everywhere. I know I was reading in the news today about the airlines and how their cash reserves are getting pretty low, and they're looking for bailouts to support their business so they don't go under completely because of all the canceled flights and less passengers, things like that. The cargo flights are still going, but certainly the passenger load has decreased by, I would almost say 80%. I don't know anybody that's traveling right now, and pretty much Japan is recommending that everybody kind of stay here. I know other countries are having required quarantine and things like that. I mean, all this stuff's in the news. You guys probably have seen enough of this. That's why I didn't want to get too far into it. But my travel impact basically means all my business trips are canceled. It's getting close to, I'm a little worried about my summer trip to America, because it's getting pretty close to the point where I was going to buy tickets and make arrangements for that trip, which I normally do. Whoa, that was close. Anyway, yeah, well, dude, so I'm not really sure what's going to happen with that, because I guess the next few weeks will determine my final decision on that trip, because I don't want to go to America, get stuck there, and I don't want to get stuck on quarantine coming back here. I don't know, there's a lot of risks involved. My business trips to Singapore, Hong Kong, things like that, those were kind of obvious ones that cancel. Okay, he's going to stay there, that's fine. Okay, let me get to this traffic light, we'll start talking again. Alright, we're moving again. Oh, okay. So anyway, the end result is life is pretty normal here. You have some social distancing going on. I mean, a lot of seminars, training events, social gatherings have been canceled. I know they were asking for people not to have large Hanami parties for the cherry blossoms this year. So I don't know. I mean, a lot of the stuff that I had planned to do is not a big deal. I mean, there'll always be next year. But this has been pretty intense. I've never been through something like this. I know back in the day before I moved to Japan, we had the SARS and MERS. Or did MERS happen after I moved? I can't remember. SARS was definitely before I moved, but it didn't impact my life at all, really. I mean, I don't remember having that big of an impact. This has been a pretty significant impact to everybody. And I feel sorry for some of the people that are going to have real financial problems because of oh, he's just doing crossword. People are going to have financial difficulties because they can't work, because a lot of people work on a Haken or part-time basis, so that's going to be difficult. So I guess what we're going to see is a huge economic impact. It's going to have a big fallout for maybe another year or two to come. Markets have dropped. The only benefit I got out of the market situation was the exchange rate. The exchange rate dropped recently, and I needed to send some money to the States, my US bank account, so that worked out for me, being able to transfer some, say a significant amount of money back to America during when the rate was below, like, it was like 103, 102. I'm talking about 103, 102 yen to the dollar. I mean, it typically had been like 112 to 113, and then there was a drop to like, I don't think it went below 102, but I remember it stayed at 102, 103, 104 for a while, which I was able to take advantage of. So that was helpful. But financially, I'm fine. I don't have anything to worry about. I got enough savings, and my job is still going, so we're still getting paid. So no issues there. I don't know what else there is to cover on the top of the virus. I mean, this thing is, everybody's said enough as it is. The overall panic situation has been a little overblown. I know people are dying, but the biggest risk are to older people, and I do care about that. But I mean, I don't know. It's, what can you do? I mean, you take precautions. Wash your hands, take care of yourself. Be smart. But in the end, I mean, we'll get through this and life will go on. On the upside of the other, at least the one positive point of this whole situation is getting a lot done at home, saving money from going out, especially commuting costs. Well, company pays commuting costs, but my other transportation costs have gone down because I haven't been going out and doing anything. I have been using the bike more, obviously. I guess my gas cost has gone up. So I don't know. I guess it's not maybe not that much different. But I'm certainly not getting my usual coffee in the morning. So I'm probably saving a couple, I don't know, 10, 15,000 yen on eating out and snacks and things while I'm working. So that's good, I guess. I don't know. Okay, guys. Well, I'm getting pretty close to my destination. I have a meeting here in Shinjuku for one of my side projects. That has also slowed down, but I've still got a few things going on. So that's a positive. I'd already had planned some work that's in progress, so that's not going to change because I don't need to go out and meet anybody. But today is a drop-off to get some updated data transferred via a little USB stick. So this is kind of the annoying part about this one, is this guy he doesn't trust uploading stuff to online like cloud or something, so he always wants to hand me the work that I'm helping him with. He always wants to give it to me on a USB stick. I'm like, okay. But I certainly hope all of you out there that are watching this, there are just a few of you that do watch, I hope you guys are being safe, and hopefully no one in your family or immediate friend circle have gotten affected by actually being sick by the coronavirus. But please take care of yourself. Wash your hands. Make sensible decisions and protect yourself. So washing hands is going to be the #1 prevention. I was watching some other news article on the internet the other day about talking about making sure you don't touch your face with your hands, which is really important. And actually, when you think about it, you touch your face a lot more often than you realize it, so it's pretty easy to transfer bacteria and things to your face by your hands when you don't realize it. So you kind of have to make a conscious effort not to touch yourself. I mean, touch your touch your face. I mean, anyway. Oh God, another freaking red light. let's see, going forward, I don't know what's going to happen as far as schedule is concerned. I'm just working my way day by day at this point. The weather is getting nicer as the cherry blossoms are starting to pop up. It's pretty warm today. It's about 17.5 right now according to the bike. It's supposed to be 18 today, and tomorrow's supposed to be nice and warm too, so that's nice to have. Why are you going? Okay, I see. But yeah, life ain't so bad. It's hard. I know it's hard with some of the situations going on in the States and other countries, but I guess we'll get through this eventually. I just hope that, I don't know, I'm kind of worried about the people that don't have savings and, you know, kind of work day to day or live paycheck to paycheck. I think that's going to have a big impact, but we'll see. Let's see. Yeah, good. We're good. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate you clicking the play button. I'm gonna not make any promises today just because I don't know what the future holds. But I'm healthy. I'm good. Life is fairly normal. And you want me to go this way, really? Okay. I'm going to a meeting spot I've never been to before. Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense then. Well, this meeting is near Shinjuku. Go in. Probably about a 5-minute meeting. Have to drive 30 minutes just for a 5-minute meeting. That is money. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.